Springtime is a very busy time for families to come out and start looking at homes so they can make the move in the summertime when it's least to bother the children and changing their busy schedules. We have been crazy busy in the areas where we are seeing the higher school rating. This makes sense right now when the builders and sellers are being super cooperative and motivating those buyers to come on in. So we have seen a lot of demand in the Southeast Valley. If you haven't been catching my videos, I've been covering this entire part of the greater Phoenix area in a deep dive, fine-tooth comb over the last couple of months. This isn't the only part of town we cover. In fact, we cover the entire greater Phoenix area. If this part of town isn't what you're looking for, all you need to do is pop on over to our website at goarizonarealestate.com, and you can just go over to the map and click on any one of the cities, and it will bring you into a huge library of videos specifically for those areas. You can do it by city, by county, and you can just peruse at your convenience. But today I want to talk about a community that I did a video on a couple of years ago when they first opened up. And this is a community being built by none other than Fulton Homes, which is an amazing luxury community builder. Not only do they offer luxury, they also have some affordable homes. And I have the scoop on their next big opening in Barney Farms. Barney Farms is, again, a newer community. It's been open for about 3 years, about 3.5 years right now, right at the beginning when interest rates went up. So they really had to focus on really drawing the buyers into this community, not just with their fantastic pricing and incentives, but what the community has to offer. If you've been shopping in the Southeast Valley, or even if you just started thinking about the greater Phoenix area and you are looking for something walkable, something that you can really enjoy, whether you're walking your dog or going for an afternoon or sunset, kind of relax, kind of let those daytime stress get away from you, and really, places for kids to play, even moms to play pickleball. Oh, I guess dads can come too. Look, this particular community offers just about everything. The HOA right now is at $165 a month, but you get a lot for $165. We are talking beautiful, green, luscious garden areas with grass areas for the dogs and the kids to play. There is a gorgeous community pool that even has a separate splash pad. Oh, and probably the biggest draw in this community is the lake, plural. There's multiple lakes and fountains. So depending on where you live in the community, you have a lot of different walking trails and inside paths to go through these neighborhoods. You are going to absolutely love this community. The lakes are also usable, meaning they're not just to gaze and see the beautiful sunshine bounce off the water. You can actually take kayaks and canoes out here and fish in the lake. Now, I don't think I would be taking that fish home for dinner, but it's great for the kids and even for you guys, I guess ladies too. A lot of people find a lot of relaxation in that fishing. They also have a clubhouse and they have all different kinds of events. In fact, on the weekends in the spring and early summertime, they have kind of a dueling piano kind of thing where free live music. This is, again, what an elevated community might look and feel like. There's a sand volleyball court. There is also cornhole for the kids and bocce ball. Did I say cornhole for the kids? I know there are some very serious adults that are into the cornhole. So when you look at what Barney Farms has to offer and the location, it's definitely an area I wanted to show you guys. It is located about 2 miles south of the State Route 24, which is a freeway, the newest freeway venture, if you would, in the Southeast Valley. So having that close proximity to the freeway makes all the difference. Some people that live in the Queen Creek area have very long commutes, 30, 45-minute commutes. But because of where this is located and the quick entrance to State Route 24, or if you wanted to kind of get away from that traffic, because there are cameras on those roads, but to get off that, you can just pop on over, just head out a little bit west, and you can head north up to the 202 area. So it makes for a nice location, and there's a ton of amenities around the area, which we're going to get to in just a moment. I want to start showing off some of the homes that they have to offer, and I want to tell you about this new part of the community that they're going to be opening. They don't even have the models. There's nothing to show you yet except for the schematics, so I am going to show you what they do have right now, and then I'm going to transition into, are you ready for this, guys? RV garage homes. And I want to add a word in front of that, affordable RV garage homes. I am completely blown away. Let's get to what they are offering right now, and there are some fantastic deals at the time of this video. This is what I mean, guys, when working with a relocation specialist, so that you aren't literally driving from community to community to community to going to every single model home and then also looking at floor plans that aren't even being modeled. Like, it can be very time consuming. This particular buyer that we had in town, again, we specialize in relocation, so this is what we're used to, told us what their needs were. I need this, 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 and this. And this is my price point. We said, we know of a great place. You're going to love this community. This floor plan is going to work perfectly for you. So let's take a look. We're going to pop on through 2 of the models real quick, and then we're going to pop on over to the spec home so that you can see the difference. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we did for this client and we can do for you. Okay, there are the 2 models that we took a look at. The first one, although it's gorgeous, was just a little bit too big for our client and more than what you needed. And this is something I also want to say, although she wanted a separate living space for her adult son, she didn't want a dedicated living space so that when that individual moved out of her home, she then had all this extra square footage that just wasn't going to work for her. So that's something to consider when you guys are looking at these next gen or all gen kind of suites. And now we're going to show you the second model, which is nailed it. Perfect floor plan for what she's looking for. Even I was wowed. All right, what did you guys think of that? Look, this is going to be a 3-generation home. The woman that's buying it, this is her home, so she wants to be able to enjoy her home. She has her mother that's living with her. She wants her mother to be able to enjoy this home but have privacy. She also has a high schooler that eventually will be going to college but kind of wants his own place. Was that second level not ideal? Like, that's like an apartment size loft. These thoughtful floor plans for this type of living is what Fulton delivers. Now, there is one spec home, and we're going to go take a look at it right now. I want you to see what the difference is between the model and the spec home, because it comes up all the time. All right, let's pop on over to the spec home now. That is available. But here is the great part of it being a spec home. So we have the builder's incentives, and we're going to ask for more, by the way. But it's still early enough for her to pick out some of the details for herself. All right, anyways, let's just take a look at this. You can see the difference. And I love this front yard. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're actually going to walk on over. Yes, folks, it's still beautiful outside in Arizona. I love that you can see the basic of this floor plan, but you also will have opportunities to pick and choose what you want. The standard package for this particular builder does include a lot of carpet that even I don't particularly care for. So when we ask for some incentives and the builders are more cooperative on getting incentives at the design appointment than just taking price off. And here's the thing, guys, and this is what they get you at the sales office, is you're amortizing, you're paying for those upgrades and design features over a 30-year period of time. And I know this is kind of the trickery that they do, but if you don't live there 30 years, you're never paying that full retail like you would if you, like, let's say you didn't put these upgrades in until after. You're going to have to pay 100% retail. So there are some things that make sense to go into your 30-year mortgage. And this is exactly how I'm going to, well, I'll just let the cat out of the bag. How's that? We were able to negotiate on top of their $20,000 discount that they were offering right now on this particular home. If it was closer to being done, they were offering a lot more money, but we liked where this home was, meaning we were able to negotiate over $40,000 at the design center.
Are you crazy?
Then it comes down to this. What do we spend the $40,000 on? And I know that there are certain things aesthetically that you're thinking take priority, but when you look at what is easily changed after closing versus what isn't. And what I mean is, like, for instance, this particular client initially thought it comes with a 2-inch faux wood blinds in a home. That really kind of makes a home look average. If you want to elevate the look of a home, window treatments are very high up in that list. But here's the thing. Window treatments can be done super easy after closing. What I didn't like is this builder on their standard packaging, and actually all builders do this, so I'm not going to blame just this builder, but it has such a long hallway when you walk in. When you first walk in, it's tile, and then it's carpet, and then it's tile again for the kitchen, and then carpet for the family room. And I was all, don't do that.
No. No.
So we went back to, let's prioritize how you spend your money at the design center so that you're not wasting that credit. These are the inside details that we will provide for you when we are your representative.
We're family now, and I got your back forever. You hear me?
And we'll talk about resellability, again, biggest bang for your buck. And we even talked about the different kinds of tiles and etc. We do this every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year for 2 decades now.
I'm kind of a big deal. People know me.
We know also from a resale perspective what will get the biggest bang for your buck. So my point is you guys are only probably doing this a couple of times in your life. You do want to work with someone that has a vested interest in you really being successful, having a great experience, making this as less stressful as possible, get you the biggest deal possible with these builders. And having relationships with these builders comes in, I'm telling you, 10 out of 10 times. And now I'm going to segue into what they gave us information on that no one else is talking about, and that's the RV homes. Oh my God, I can't wait to see these homes. Like I said, the models aren't even here, but I was able to get this information, and I was also able to piece it with another community they have in another part of the greater Phoenix area. So let me just wrap up that past home. We were able to lock this in for our client. We also have lined up some pool landscape companies that they'll be working with immediately after closing. This home is going to be perfect for her family. So we're so excited for her. All right, let me show you where these RV garages are going to be. So I'm going to share my quick screen. Here we go. And you can see exactly where it is. So over here, just to give you an idea. So here in this map, you can see the proximity of where Barney Farms is to everything else in the Southeast Valley. Not everything, but what things are super close to this community are super close. Right here is all the amazingness happening in the Gilbert area. Right here is the downtown Queen Creek area that's exploding. Over here, I also did a video on what's blowing up in this area. This is a combination between Mesa and Gilbert. So if you are looking for any kind of dining, entertainment, activities, outdoors, events, farmers markets, festivals, these areas that's the proximity, just to let you know. Not to mention what's also really close to Barney Farms that isn't necessarily as big. Barney Farms is going to be about 2 miles off of State Route 24, as I mentioned. We're also going to start to see a lot more employment coming in this way now that LG Energy is coming. When we zoom into Barney Farms to look at the total community, the community has a total of 14 different communities, their neighborhoods, if you would, that they're going to be building in Barney Farms. They're only built in 6 right now, so you can see that there's 8 more. And of those 8, like I mentioned, North Shore is going to be located right here, and this is going to be where those RV garages are located. All right, let me tell you about these RV garages. There's actually going to be more than RV garages. There's going to be a couple of other floor plans, but here's what the front elevation looks like. And there's going to be 4 different choices. They're going to come with the basic floor plan that also I have right here. If you want more detail, just let me know and I'll get you some more information on this particular community. They will be breaking ground, by the way, in around the July timeframe. That's when the models will be open. And let me tell you, I'll be popping out there for you guys when I have something to show for you. But to give you, the feedback, or the detail, sorry, little over 2,100 square feet. It comes with 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, and that also is an RV garage that is 38 foot long and 14 feet wide. in addition to the 2-car garage. So there's a lot of vehicle storage space and other storage space, or an RV. I know that the RVs are getting longer these days. I've had a lot of requests for over 40 feet. So these unfortunately are just shy of that. Like I said, they'll be 38 feet long. There also is a flex room in this floor plan, but they can accommodate a 4th bedroom, a home office, and or a dining room. So there's some options. Again, if you are designing the home, plan on this. This is, again, what Fulton Homes, I asked them, I said, since they opened up at the very beginning when interest rates went up, just before then, I guess in January or February of 2022, I asked them, what has their supply of buyers been like? And they said that the majority of the buying in Barney Farms are either cash buyers or heavy cash down payment buyers. This tells me that it's people that are moving up. It's not a lot of first-time home buyers. It's people that had equity maybe somewhere else, or maybe later on in life. What that also tells me is that if you're going to be building from the ground up, when you look at the base price of these homes, whether it be this particular series, the RV homes, or other ones, on Fulton Homes, you're going to be spending about 20 to 25% in upgrades. And let me tell you why. Is that, again, people that are moving up, or older people in life that are finding that place that they want to call home forever, they have worked hard and they want what they want, and they want upgraded homes. So we are talking, flooring upgrades. We're talking cabinet upgrades. Did you see that countertop? That was going to be, by the way, my second at the design center. Flooring is number 1 and countertop is number 2. Cabinets are also tied with the countertop. So you want to put that stuff in from the design center of the builder. And then if you want to do some additional things afterwards, again, we'll have those conversations one-on-one to find out what's important to you. But my point of getting to that conversation again was, with Fulton Homes, if you're building from scratch, you're going to be spending about 20 to 25% on top for options and upgrades. This particular builder also has lot premiums on their home. So when you see that they have maybe ranges from $7,000 to $10,000 in a series, the $7,000 might only have a $5,000 or $7,000 lot premium. But let me tell you, this particular builder, and there's not going to be any lakefront lots, but they were charging up to $200,000 for the lakefront lot premiums. Some of them are only like, $10,000, $15,000, $25,000. But just know you can't, and I get this question all the time, you really aren't going to be taking the smallest home and putting it on the biggest lot. Typically, they kind of coincide with each other. So again, just know that this is a community of luxury. I think that it really feels that way too when you're walking around. The mindfulness and the details that they put in, just even in the street lighting and the curbs and the benches and the beautiful walkways and the ramadas that they have with the built-in barbecues, you can really tell the difference between this builder and many other builders. One of the best parts of Barney Farms is the proximity to the amazing new Frontier Family Park. This particular park has caused such a commotion. It's in the news everywhere. If you do a little search on there, you can see. Here's what it is. This park, almost $70 million, was paid for by the general funds from the town of Queen Creek, which was collected through property taxes paid by property owners in Queen Creek. Well, as they were building this super hyped up community, which let me tell you all about it, 3 lighted multi-purpose fields, 6 lighted baseball softball fields, 24 lighted pickleball courts, sand volleyball courts, basketball courts, playgrounds, splash pad, ramadas, a 5-acre fishing lake, and did I mention a full-blown aquatic center with lap pool? There's the also lazy river and the super slides. Here's the thing though, the only people that can use this community are residents of the town of Queen Creek. And what's even better is Barney Farms is literally right across the street. The reason I'm bringing this up is, again, because Santan Valley, although this video is not about Santan Valley, but there is literally 100,000 people that live just down the road in the neighboring city called Santan Valley. No one knew that it was going to only be open to Queen Creek residents until it opened. And let me tell you, there's actually some really funny memes out there. But sorry, Santan Valley residents, they do not have access to this, at least the aquatic center. There are some programs and other things that they can take advantage of at the park, but they cannot get into the pool area, which is the big hype, unless they are with a Queen Creek resident, and that resident only gets a certain amount of people that they can bring in. So hopefully they're on your best friend list. Also, that's right down the road is Arizona Athletic Park. Or I think it's Arizona Athletic Grounds. And this is the world's largest privately owned sports complex. If you are looking for even more pickleball courts, baseball, softball, volleyball, football, soccer. I mean, I could go on and on and on. And if you have teenage children and you are involved in any kind of club sports, you're going to be spending a lot of time over here. It is so cool to live to these amazing amenities that are both right down the street from Barney Farms. I'm telling you guys, even with the same builder, it's not always apple to apple. That's why you have to give us a call. We have the inside. We have worked with every single builder at one time or another. We also have mastered the resale purchase contract and the negotiations. I'll tell you, our records stand for it. Check us out on our Google reviews. I'm telling you, we are the #1 relocation team in the entire greater Phoenix area, and we want to hear from you. Easiest way to get a hold of us is just click below, again, on my website link at Go Arizona Real Estate. Again, we're with EXP. We can't wait to hear from you. You can also give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, or weekend, we got you, no matter whether you're moving north, south, east, or west, or somewhere in between. All right, guys, I cannot wait to hear from you. You just got to reach out. We are here, days, nights, and weekends. Talk to you soon. Bye.